Barack Obama was caught leaving the UK Prime Minister's office with the US ambassador. So unless this was approved by Joe Biden, this is technically a violation of the Logan Act, unless this is the man behind the curtain. Just saying. Take a look at the video.
Yep, with the US ambassador there, Jill Hartley.
President Obama, why should we care about democracy in Russia?
Do you have a few moments? Did you discuss that?
I'm tempted. Come and have a chat with us for a minute.
How did it go? What did you talk about?
There you have it, former President Obama with the US ambassador.
So the question I have for all of you guys is, any lucky guesses? What do you think Barack Obama is doing talking to the Prime Minister of the UK? My lucky guess here is that this is in fact the man behind the curtain, and he's talking to the Prime Minister about what they're going to do with the whole Ukraine.
Yes, Obama is going viral, but that is not our concern on this video. Something very important is happening. Representative Mace sent this out after our George interview. President Trump is not going to let the media get away with their lies. Very good. Trump sues ABC News George for defamation. I don't know. According to this article recently put out by Fox News,
the lifelong Democrat took to his Sunday show yesterday and decided to really press Republican and Trump endorser Nancy Mace.
Next guest is South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, a Donald Trump supporter who gave candid and courageous testimony about her own experience as a victim weeks before launching her run for Congress in 2019.
From some of us who've been raped, it can take 25 years to get up the courage and talk about being a victim.
How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
It's a shame that you will never feel, George, and I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked a question meant to shame me about another potential victim. I'm not.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two, I live with shame. And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me, a rape victim, and I find it disgusting.
I'm not trying to shame you.
You are.
I'm just asking.
And I find it offensive, and this is why women won't come forward.
Women won't come forward because they're defamed by those who perpetrate. I'm asking you a very simple question.
And I answered it. You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable.
It was not a criminal court. And by the way, she joked about the judgment and what she was going to do with all that money, and I find that offensive.
How is the question asking you about a presidential candidate who's
You're
been
asking a rape victim.
And
you're
courageously
questioning my political
talked
choices
about
because
that.
I've been raped. I think that's disgusting.
No, I'm questioning your political choices because you're supporting
shaming me. You're trying
someone who's been found liable for rape.
Exactly,
you're not answering the question.
I think it's disgusting.
Well, you're welcome to say that, but you also have to answer the question.
If you want to defend a woman who made a mockery out of rape, then you go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do that.
Well, actually, what you're doing is defending a man who's been found liable for rape. I don't understand how you can do that. Donald Trump was found to have committed. That's just a fact. We'll let the viewers decide about that. Let's talk about January 6th.
yes, this guy thought he would go free. According to this article, Trump sued ABC News George for defamation after on-air accusation that Trump was found liable for rape. This was a lie, and he knew exactly that it was not true. Going down on the article, presumptive governor nominee Trump filed a lawsuit in Florida on Monday against ABC News and George for defamation. The suit stated that in an interview with Representative Nancy Mace, the ABC News host said that Trump was found liable for rape. These allegations stem from a case with notorious New York advice columnist E. Jean Carroll, who claimed that Trump died in a bear dog government dressing room at some unspecific time in the mid-1990s. These statements were and remain false and were made by defendant with actual malice or with a reckless disregard for the truth, given that defendant George knows that these statements are patently and domestically false. The lawsuit stated Trump was found liable for assault in the civil suit but not for rape. George made a remark during a March 10 interview with Representative Mace. The lawsuit noted that on May 9, 2023, a jury issued its verdict in the defamation case brought forth by Carol, who claimed that she was raped by Trump in a New York City department store at some time that she could not specifically pinpoint in the mid-1990s. The jury found that Carol had not proven her allegation of rape and found plaintiff not liable as to that allegation. Trump was instead found liable for sexual abuse.
War Room, whose purpose was, quote, to destroy any woman that would challenge Bill Clinton. You know the War Room. They made a whole movie about it. Such a tough guy. This attorney points out that you don't like to talk about this particular behavior, George. Maybe that's why you skipped it in your discussion with Nancy Mace. But as you know, private detectives were hired. The women say they were threatened, and they were publicly shamed by you and your well-funded team. Did you worry then that this behavior might shame victims from coming forward? You admitted in your own memoir that Hillary Clinton told you about one accuser, quote, we have to destroy her story. Did you object? Did you say, that's shaming? No. In fact, you later described yourself as Bill Clinton's, quote, enabler. But sir, how could you have enabled and defended a man like this, accused by multiple women of sexual assault?
Yes, there is one thing about Megyn Kelly. She spewed out nothing but the truth. This same George, like you have seen here, could not be able to call out people like Hillary Clinton, despite knowing what they did. According to what we have seen here, the kind of message he was struggling to pass to his viewers, like, are you crazy to go to the polls and vote somebody who was found guilty of rape? That was the kind of message he was trying to pass here to his viewers. And I'm so glad that the Trump team, they have seen it clearly, like, okay, this was a malicious intent. You knew the truth. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now he is facing a very big lawsuit and he will spend a lot of money, to settle this. Yes, because he cannot deny it. We have seen the clip. There is a clear evidence that that is what he meant. So we'll be expecting to see what will happen in few weeks to come. During the interview, the Sioux State judge wrongfully asserted as supposed fact that plaintiff was found liable for more than 10 times. Can you imagine? More than 10 times. He insisted. This statement, the lawsuit noted, we have seen and heard by millions of viewers across the country, so you can understand the damage this has caused. The lawsuit also noted that George was indeed aware of the correct verdict. The defendants were contacted by Trump team after the airing of the interview, requesting a retraction as well as an apology, but these things were not done. Rather, instead of removing the interview from its media presence and issuing a public statement correcting the George false and defamatory statement, ABC instead modified the headline of a related article.
Anything, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I just don't have anything. I just don't have anything. I don't have anything. Again, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Don't have anything. I don't have anything.